Hey guys, welcome back to What's Up Whenever. This video is going to be about addressing a major issue in this wood shop, okay? There's so many things that kind of have to work cohesively in a workshop in order for you to be productive, and this one issue has just been nagging me ever since I got into this place. And I'm not complaining, I got a pretty awesome wood shop here, but the major problem is I got no place to take a piss. And if you're a guy, you can relate to that. You're out in the workshop, you're trying to get stuff done, you're getting excited about your project, and all of a sudden you gotta take a piss. And for the most part, most of us could just go outside and take a leak in our backyard or whatever, but you know, come take a look at this. So when I come outside my shop here, I've got my little parking area here, but I got a neighbor over there who's always working in his barn, so I can't just hang wang out here. I go to try and take a little piss over in that corner over there. I got a little kiddie park in the neighbor's yard over there. I don't want to be perving out, flashing some little children. And I try and take a piss over here or up against my hedge. My neighbor's garage is right there. They're parking their car right there and coming and going all the time. So there's cars driving past here. And if I just try and take a piss here, I got inmates in the prison over there. They're taking a look. Probably the most action they've got in a while. But regardless, it's just not... This is not a urination-friendly area. So I've devised a solution for this problem. So this is all I've got to work with here, guys. I got a little tiny shop sink, which I use to fill up water. I'm obviously not going to piss in the sink because that's disgusting. Urine everywhere and trying to drink water out of there. That's just not healthy. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to tee in to my drain pipe over here. And I'm gonna run a pipe out through the side of this cabinet here and just create a little pee tunnel, kind of like you find in those porta potties. And that'll just go right into my drainage. And then I'm gonna just cap that off so obviously it doesn't stink like piss. And voila, I got a little piss station. You know, it's not top of the line. I wouldn't call it samurai standard by any means, but it's better than having to go take a piss outside and end up flashing somebody. So, you know, I'm working with what I got. I'm not proud of it, but it's gonna work. So, check it out. You can see I did some 45s up here, and then I expanded it up to a 3-inch pipe because, well, most people could get away with a 2-inch pipe, but when you're a samurai, you need the 3-inch pipe, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Who am I kidding? I could piss through a straw. This is more just to prevent any kind of spilling or splashing, just give you a little bit more of a target to shoot at. That's pretty much it, and this cap is just loose. Put that on there and prevent any kind of smell from getting out and stinking up the shop. I'd have to say this is probably some of my best work. Necessity is the mother of invention, and I think I just hit the jackpot here. But obviously now that I'm sharing this video with you, this idea, I can't patent it. So it's just, you know, it's out there. It's out there in the public space. Anybody can use this life-changing invention to ease the pain of working in your shop without a bathroom. All right, so in other news, I'm rocking and rolling on my siding, and it's looking gorgeous. I was going to paint the trim white because I thought, it needs to stand out, but actually I put it on there as is, and the more I look at this, the more I'm just liking the fact that this is just going to be like kind of one big old looking barn. I don't really need to have bright trim or anything to kind of jump out at you. You know, like when you look at nature, all the colors kind of run together and match with each other. And that's what I want the feel of this barn to be. I don't want it to be some giant like red and white barn that you can see from a mile away. I want it to just look natural. So I'm really digging the way the trim is now, just with the white window frames. That's all I'm gonna do with it. And as I went along, I realized that the old doors, which I was gonna leave for now, were kind of getting in my way. And if I wanna be able to place my trim for where the new door is gonna be, I gotta rip out the old ones and build a liner for the new door. And then just put this temporarily up until I build some new doors. So add some big timber barn doors to the list of things to do. Got to build those out. But I can keep going on my trim for now. And I'm also going to have to build a new man door to get in there. So it's just, the list just keeps growing. I haven't made as much progress on my siding as I would have liked to because I've been doing a whole bunch of services stuff. as well as working upstairs in the suite. So let's go check that out. All right, you can see I still got my stupid French door frame installed here. And I just finally rattled the cage of the glass guys, the second people. The first guys screwed me over for weeks and then didn't even end up ordering the glass for me. That was my Christmas present. And then I found another company. I just ordered from them, and it's been 2.5 weeks. And I finally called them. They're like, oh yeah, we forgot to call you, tell you that they're here. So I just got off the phone with them, so I'm gonna go pick up my glass panels and finally finish this door. Oh, get this place airtight. So that's good news. You can see that I've done a flashing pan around here. This goes up and folds underneath the threshold of the door, as well as it goes up about 8 inches on the side, bends around. It's all folded flashing together. I custom bent this myself on my aluminum brake. And this is where I'm going to mount the sill, the trim board for my deck. So there's going to be spacers on here, and then the ledger board will go against that with some legs. So any water that hits this deck or goes up against the building is going to run in behind that ledger board and then come out here and drip off. So the building is completely protected by this flashing pan right here. And so the deck's going to come out to here and then jut out 8 feet by 14 feet. So it's going to be a decent sized deck. So I'm looking forward to getting on to framing that. We're going to just pour some of the footings on either side here, timber frame a nice little beam. Boom, bam, bang, frame a deck. It's gonna be sexy. Might as well jump inside and take a look at what we're doing here with the insulation. So as you can see, not a lot has changed up here. That's why you haven't really seen any update videos. But I've got Justin working on putting all the venting in. So these are little styrofoam vent strips that create little air channels for air to move up and out the ridge vent. I've got a vent along the ridge of my roof where the air can escape. I'm going to drill a bunch of holes through the blocks that are blocking off the bottom of my rafter openings. That'll allow air in, and then the air will flow up. Now, why do you need to have airflow? Why can't you just stuff some insulation in there and call it good? Well, what happens is, as the heat is escaping your building in the wintertime, the outside air is super cold, right? Wherever hot meets cold, you get condensation. Come on! What was I talking about? Ridge vents, ventilation. So you got the cold air on the outside of your building, you got the hot air escaping through the walls, and it meets and you get condensation, right? And that condensation gets trapped in there, and then as the seasons change and it gets hot, you got a moist cavity with hot air hitting that, and when you get the heat and the moisture, you get the mold. So there's an opportunity for mold to grow on the inside of your roof. It is slim chance, but this is just the way you got to do it because the building code says so. So I put these vents in, and then I obviously don't have a lot of space left for insulation, so in order to get my R28 or minimum R value, I got to fur these out with 2x3s. So I'm going to be strapping 2x3s onto all these rafters, which will give me an opportunity to kind of straighten out the little sags and bits in the roof because it's an old building. So I thought about just doing the whole thing spray foam insulation, which would negate me having to do all this ventilation because it just fills the cavity and it's a vapor barrier and it's everything all in one. It's airtight, but they're going to charge me like $10,000, $12,000 to spray the insulation in here. And I was like, yeah, I could do that. Labor and materials for like less than like $5,000, $4,000 to do it myself. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to skip on the spray foam. And the other thing with spray foam is it's like, all your wires that are running in your rafter spaces then get cast into foam and you don't know where they are. And what if you got to fish something in there, or you're demoing a wall, or you don't know where the wires are. And if you start trying to cut out a section of insulation and there's wires in the insulation, you just buck right through your wires. So it's kind of has its trade-offs, that spray foam, in my opinion. So Justin's next job is going to be furring out all these rafters with 2x3s because I don't want to do that. And once we get everything furred out, then we're going to stuff the insulation in there, put up vapor barrier, bing, bang, boom, ready for cladding. Am I going to put drywall in here? Hells no. I hate drywall with every cell in my body. I loathe drywall. When I hear people talking about drywall, I want to scream and cry like a liberal Democrat and hold up signs and protest and run through the streets yelling. lighting things on fire. That's how passionate I am about my hatred for drywall. And I also thought I'd update you guys. Like, I'm renovating this to be a suite, right? And people were like, oh, sound issues, all that sort of stuff. I was gonna try and soundproof it, but now I've just decided, you know what? I'm not going the suite route. Like, I'm gonna Canadian. I'm not gonna go the suite route. I'm gonna go route. I'm not gonna put a suite up here. That's not the route I'm gonna take. What I'm gonna do is turn this into like my office for video editing and all the stuff I do behind the scenes, and also have this as kind of like a staff area because I now have an employee, Justin, right? I want a place for him to eat lunch and be able to prepare lunch and have a bathroom for him to use so he doesn't have to go up and use the bathroom in my house. So this is gonna be a sweet kind of office, staff room, man cave area for me. And the back room, which was gonna be the bedroom, and might eventually be one day, that's gonna be my wood storage drying facility. So I'm gonna put all my slabs in there and be able to just sticker up a ton of wood and have a nice dry spot to store wood. I'm starting to stockpile way too much wood. I don't even know what to do with it all, but at the same time, I'm a woodworker and I love every piece of wood I see and I just can't part with it, so. And the other stuff that I've been working on for like the last week, this week here, is I've assembled the drain tile, replaced a bunch of the drain tile, got some proper drain rock all on there now. We connected the conduit for our cables, so now we got underground power running all along here to the building. So I don't have any overhead cables hanging through my yard anymore. And I got Justin trenching the last little bit of trench to tee in the pressurized septic line to my septic system. So once we get all that done and backfilled, then we can grade up this patio and get it ready for the interlocking brick that I'm gonna put down. Justin, say hi to the brothers.
Hey guys.
That's right. Respect the brotherhood. I contemplated not letting Justin say anything in my videos and he would just be silent Justin, but I just figured, you know, he's a valuable human being. He's got a lot to offer. So I'm gonna let him speak in videos from time to time. Just drop wisdom bombs on us. Meet and greet, oh yes. Need to do a meet and greet like I said I was gonna do at the end of the month. I'm thinking Monday night, which was the 1st, I believe, right? 30th is Sunday. So that would be this next coming up Monday. You know, I figured Monday, nobody likes Monday, so we might as well make it a positive thing and just have a meet and greet on a Monday, because if it's a bad meet and greet and people don't like me, then they'll just be like, oh yeah, it's just a case of the Mondays. Met this samurai guy, he was a total dick, just like he is in his videos. Or it'll be like the highlight of your week. You'll be like, man, that was the best Monday ever. Had a couple beers with the samurai. Turns out he's the coolest guy I know, just like I thought he was. You know, so it's win-win either way. Monday night, 9 o'clock, Crooked Goose, same place as last time. So if you live here in Victoria, you want to meet, hang out, have a couple beers, eat some chicken wings. I got amazing chicken wings at the Crooked Goose. They're fantastic. Can you come to the Crooked Goose on Monday night? Justin's gonna be there. You get to meet Justin. So Justin and I are gonna be there hanging with the brothers. Come out, have a good time. And I think that's pretty much it. I've been rambling for quite some time now, so I'm just gonna shut my yapper. Until next time, guys, Samurai out.